Hi, my name's Dax Murphy and I'm about to release a new book and it's called The Enlightened Leader. And this is a book that is new leadership for our uncertain world. And I believe that this is a must if you want to succeed in leadership over the next decade. And it's launched on the 10th of June. Most businesses and companies use leadership strategies that are outdated and just simply wrong. We base almost our entire leadership philosophy on the 1980s and 1990s, which, if you look back, was a phase of massive growth for businesses and in a stable and a very consistent environment. I hate to break it to you, but we're no longer in the 80s and 90s. We're not in a phase of massive growth. We are not in a safe, consistent environment anymore. We are in a challenging environment where the change is faster than it could ever have been imagined back then. The diversity is more than we could have even conceived. Our companies and ourselves have been focused on leadership output. And this creates that subtle assumption in all of us that leadership is something we do to other people. And because we think it's something we do to others, we're persistently trying to find this recipe for it. And flipping heck, have we developed a set of rules for leadership? I mean, you ask 200 people the most important aspect of being a leader, and you'll get close to 200 different answers. And the reason why I know this is because I've done it. I've asked over 200 leaders. And the uncomfortable truth is that, if it's 200 answers, then there's no exact recipe. And if you just try and copy what great leaders of the past have done, well, that becomes literally ridiculous. The idea of us becoming a Jack Welch or a Nelson Mandela or a Gandhi, it's absurd. Yet there are principles to leadership which are universal, but they're not what you would expect. They are not things that have to be done to other people. When you adapt this leadership question, and rather than ask what's the most important aspect of leadership, ask what makes you follow a leader, then you get 6 answers back. No matter how many people you ask, and I've asked over 2,000 people. Because the reasons to follow a leader, they're not complex at all. And the fact of the matter is, great leadership starts with self-leadership. And I think that this is something that's overlooked. I think that this is something that we just fail to train ourselves for, fail to train our leaders for. And that's what this book is about. It's about leadership is a skill, and it's a skill that can be learned as long as you understand what leadership actually is. It's not something that we can avoid anymore. We know what great leadership should look like and feel like. And that's because we all have been or are followers. So that secret about what it takes to follow, it's out. We all know what it takes to follow. We know what it takes for a leader to help us become the most engaged and productive we can possibly be. The Enlightened Leader taps into this secret about how to become this best leader, to how to allow followers to follow you, and tap into that momentum. The book is launched on the 10th of June. Pre-order it now just for £10. Save £3 on the shipping if you pre-order it rather than buying it on release day. Click the link below for more information, and please enjoy.